In a world that's always evolving, where challenges come at the speed of change, resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation for growth and success. Welcome to Real Resilient Conversations.
Every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you transformative discussions designed to build strength through dialogue. Whether you're a leader aiming to inspire, a team striving to collaborate, or an individual professional seeking growth, Real Resilient Conversations is your guide to thriving in today's dynamic environment.
Our mission is clear: foster emotional resilience, cultivate transparent communication, and empower businesses to adapt with confidence. Through our resilient leadership coaching, we don't just talk about resilience, we live it, lead it, and help you achieve it. When resilience becomes part of your culture, every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every team member a leader in their own right.
Real Resilient Conversations isn't just a show, it's a movement, a mindset, and a community dedicated to helping you and your organization thrive. Tune in every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and see the difference resilience makes. Be part of the movement and join the conversation live. Watch us on Twitch, Real Resilient Convos. Follow us on Facebook, Real Resilient Conversations with Quita. Get inspired on Instagram at Real Resilient Conversations. Catch our videos on YouTube at Real Resilient Conversations. Wherever you are, Resilient Conversations is just a click away.
Real Resilient Conversations, leading by example, building strength one dialogue at a time, because resilience isn't just what we do, it's who we are. In a world that's always evolving, where challenges come at the speed of change, resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation for growth and success. Welcome to Real Resilient Conversations.
Every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you transformative discussions designed to build strength through dialogue. Whether you're a leader aiming to inspire, a team striving to collaborate, or an individual professional seeking growth, Real Resilient Conversations is your guide to thriving in today's dynamic environment.
Our mission is clear: foster emotional resilience, cultivate transparent communication, and empower businesses to adapt with confidence. Through our resilient leadership coaching, we don't just talk about resilience, we live it, lead it, and help you achieve it. When resilience becomes part of your culture, every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every team member a leader in their own right.
Real Resilient Conversations isn't just a show, it's a movement, a mindset, and a community dedicated to helping you and your organization thrive. Tune in every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and see the difference resilience makes. Be part of the movement and join the conversation live. Watch us on Twitch, Real Resilient Convos. Follow us on Facebook, Real Resilient Conversations with Quita. Get inspired on Instagram at Real Resilient Conversations. Catch our videos on YouTube at Real Resilient Conversations. Wherever you are, Resilient Conversations is just a click away.
Real resilient conversations, leading by example, building strength one dialogue at a time, because resilience isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's Monday. Happy New Year. How y'all doing out there? I know. It's been a hectic year already. I'm so excited to see y'all. So, welcome to Real Resilient Conversations. It is January 12th, and what a time to be alive. This is the time where, of course, I introduce myself. I'm your host, Miss Quita, and we are thrilled that you have decided to come in and join us for mid-month fill up. So if this is your first time, that's all right. Hang tight. I got something in store for you. We use unique, quirky topics to make sure that you understand my assignment on making sure that you have the tools on how to be more resilient in your day-to-day lives. Oh, I was like, what is that? It's the air. So whether you are snowed up or you are watching it on rebroadcast, it's your first time tuning in, welcome. It is my sincere heart to thank you for joining me. I know that you could have been anywhere else, and yet you chose to come right here to Resilient Conversations for the very first podcast of the year. So once again, we're here to give you some valuable insights. I am trying to navigate all of my wonderful things that I have going on here. I want to make sure that you all know we do this every second and fourth Monday, whether it is with a guest or without. But my assignment is to empower you with knowledge, laughter, and joy, all while learning. And so if this is your first time, that's okay. We don't pretend here. We are not about performing or perfection. We show up honestly. We show up to make sure that you have that we grow intentionally. Does that make sense? We want to make sure that you are having the opportunity to grow intentionally. We show up so that way, if it's your first time, you still have the opportunity to rock with us. If you are my R2Cs, my Real Resilient Conversation crew, welcome back, family. I'm so excited to see you. So go ahead, get your snacks, leave me playing in the background. You don't have to sit here the whole time. Hi, Mom. Hi, Tiff. Thank y'all for joining. Hello, WSAN Radio. Thank you all for my faithful listeners, my faithful viewers for tuning in. I will try and navigate. There you go. You should be able to see the welcome. I will try and make it a little bigger for me. There it is, so I can see too. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think the real 2026 means in respect to the to 2026 in your resiliency walk? How does the real 2026 have to do with anything when you're talking about resiliency? So I'm going to leave you with the opportunity to put that in the chat below so I can see it. I'll have to make sure and make this small again just so I can see, but that's okay. As I navigate, I'm learning new tools, y'all, new things every year. So I want to make sure that those that are new, you want to look at what REAL stands for in 2026. Of course, for today's topic, we're talking about reaching, elevating, affirming, and loving. We want to start the year out with the ability to reach some, to elevate others, to affirm yourselves, and to learn how to love all while you're doing it. So I have a lot to try and give out to you. It's always like that for the first one of the year. It's okay. So before we dive in, take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Get ready to receive some goodness, okay? I hope y'all ready. I have so much information. I know that I'll probably go a little bit over the 30 minutes, so bear with me. Like I said, put me on in the background. Come back in every once in a while when you're ready to tune in, okay? Oh, goodness. I think I need to make sure that I am on a different channel so I can see what's going on for Instagram. I do apologize, Instagram, if I have neglected anyone. Anyways, I feel like I be neglecting people and y'all don't tell me until later. So welcome to Real Resilient Conversations. The real, once again, stands for taking the time out to really reach, elevate, affirm, and love. Now, while I'm doing that, I want you all to really also, I forgot. Today is one of my best friend's birthdays. So happy birthday to Pamela Rose. And in a couple of hours, it will be my other best friend's birthday. Happy birthday to Ebony. So everybody put some hands together in the chat so they can get all of the love that they ever so deserve. I am excited. Oh, it looks like, I think that we are live on Instagram. I think we're just behind a little bit, maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Now I see it. All right, because it was not coming up for me a second ago. That's all right. It happens. It happens, y'all. So 2026, we are about intention. We're about purpose. We're about making sure that we are able to declare that this year is grounded, that this year is grateful, that this year is about growing. So we release what no longer serves us. We walk in clarity, we walk in courage, and we walk in consistency. Clarity, courage, and consistency. We are resilient, we are aligned, and we are thriving. So for Real Resilient Conversations, once again, Happy New Year. Life doesn't stop, so neither do we. And this is a safe space of honesty, growth, and connection. So this is your community for connection. This is your community for resilient talk. This is your community for transparency. This is your community. All right, so we're gonna start with the reach part. All right, let me see. Let's see here. All right, we talked about that. All right, reach, here we go. So we're gonna talk about connection without shame. We're gonna talk about asking for support and choosing growth. Now let's break down reach. Reach is more so about about connection. So it means that you extend yourself even if that means being uncomfortable. When you are extending yourself, the stretching is not easy. The stretching for somebody else that you know may or may not be able to do the same for you, that may not receive it the way that you intended for them to, extending yourself, and that means to acknowledge where you are without the shame. Extending or reaching, and I'll be honest, there's some times and some seasons in my life where I was just surviving, and even now I am just surviving and not thriving. And so this year it is my very intention to make sure that I am very intentional about making sure I am thriving and not just surviving. And so you can't heal what you don't reach for. So when you try to avoid it, it is still there. You have to reach for it to learn how to heal it. You have to stretch out. If you ever seen people who hands are contorted and they say, if you would just stretch out your hands, now you are able to reach the things that you are no longer able to when your hands are closed. In order to reach some, you have to be able to extend out, even those areas that seem uncomfortable or even things that you wouldn't normally do. Some of us are waiting for permission to grow. So if we're transparent, we are asking for somebody else to say if it's safe for us to grow, if it's okay for us to grow. And the thing is that I was in my time of surviving, I was smiling publicly, but crying privately. I was in a downward spiral for myself because no one else could see it. I didn't have the authority. I didn't provide the authority to myself to say it's okay to be transparent with those outside of you, to say that today is just not a good day. I just don't have it in me. I don't have the strength to do it today. And we have to be very transparent with ourselves when we're trying to reach other people, because the reach goes further when we are able to be transparent. We are waiting for the right time, the right person, the right activities. We are waiting. We are waiting instead of just reaching, instead of going for it, instead of trying it. God has given us ideas and visions and talents and skills, and yet we choose not to because we are afraid of failure, so we don't reach. And then we wonder if we don't reach, why our hands are always closed in and why we're never receiving the blessings that was always intended for us. So let me ask you this. Who or what do you need to reach for right now? Do you need support? Do you need clarity? Do you need peace? Do you need yourself? Sit in that for a minute. Let's open the door. Reaching is opening the door, but elevation is where transformation begins. So let's go to elevation. So elevation is you have to let go. You have to go higher. You have to establish some boundaries, understand vision, understand alignment, take action, and elevate others. So we have to learn how to elevate ourselves first, and then next learn how to elevate others. So evaluate where you are honestly. What's working? What's draining you? What season are you actually in? Right? I just finished telling my church family, I was like, this is a temporary season for me. You have to work hard to get where you need to get before you can step into where you were meant to be. So I have to do some things that I wouldn't normally want to do and stretch myself a little thinner right now, only until I can get to where I know I need to be. So what's working, what's draining, and what season you're actually in. You can't elevate what you refuse to examine. So if you have a issue with spending or an issue in your, you have issues spending, you have issues with relationships, you have issues with trust, you have issues with understanding, with boundaries. If you have those issues, if you don't elevate to examine it, to see what it really is and to dig deep into it, if you don't get to the root of the thing, you are just scratching up the surface. And yesterday, Pastor was talking, and he was talking about how those that are immature only, they pay attention to the leaves, but those that are mature look at the roots. Are you looking at the root of who you are, of where you need to be, and what you need to do in order to get there, right? And so I challenge you to think about what area in your life right now you need to elevate in. What area is that? It is a hard thing. It is a very hard thing. When you are talking about elevating, you have to learn how to let go. Release what no longer serves your growth. If there is a person, place, thing that no longer serves your growth as a boundary for yourself, you have to learn how to let go. The belief that you have to keep that person in your life because they've been there for as long as you've been alive, or for the duration of harder times, or whatever the reason is, if it no longer serves your growth, release it. Release it. Because it's one that will drain your energy. It will make you question yourself. It'll make you question that relationship. It will make you question if you should even had allowed that relationship or that set of bondage to take root into your life. Are you afraid of change? Do you have limiting beliefs? Do you hold on to old habits? Elevation requires a release. Elevation requires a release. When you are talking about releasing, what you need to do to let go to move forward. If you continue to hold on to things when you are moving forward, I always think of it like those people that used to run with the parachutes. They had the parachute behind them. What is the one thing that is holding you back from moving forward? Is it you? All you had to do was release it and you were able to move forward. Think about it. Letting go. All right, establishing boundaries. I have said boundaries multiple times tonight, so I'm guessing you are ready to hear about this boundary thing. It is how you protect your peace, your time, and your purpose. Boundaries are not walls, they're wisdom. You have to use wisdom as to how to guard your emotional space, on how to say no without guilt. I heard a woman say it in a skit either today or yesterday. She said, if you don't question me when I say yes, why would you question me when I say no? Learn how to sit in your yes and how to sit in your no without apologizing. That is your boundary. You have to choose alignment over access. Now, I have a good friend of mine, Mr. Franklin, who always gets on me about the amount of access people have to me. And he said, people call you when they're having heartaches, hardships, frustrations, aggravations. You are the person that people come and dump on. And he's like, and I don't like how much access they have to you. And he said, you have to put up some boundaries in order for you to get rest. And those of you that know me and those of you who don't, you don't understand how much sleep I do and don't get, right? And it's usually because I am taking on so many other people's issues. And if I don't have a chance to download and release, then those issues now become my issues. And so where do you need to have stronger boundaries, right? This is what I am intentionally focusing on in 2026. What do I need to intentionally have a boundary set in place to protect my peace, my purpose, and my time? All right, let's go into vision. Vision as you're getting a clear focus on where you're going. What type of lens do you need? Some people need readers, some people need bifocals, some people need trifocals. What do you need in order to get a clear vision on where you're going? What does thriving look like to you? And thriving looks different to a lot of different people. What does thriving look like to you? And this is something that in 2025, I had to learn how to transition out into a different level of vision for myself. So those of you that have heard me speak over the amount of years, when I thought that the vision that I had of myself was to become a wife and to become a mother, and when I was neither, and how the possibility of me not being one, how that affected me, how it affected my mental and my emotional and my spiritual even state of mind. What that, even if I'd done everything else and I was on top of the world, but I still was not those two things in my mind, my vision of myself is that I still had not succeeded. And so to redirect my thinking and to figure out what I'm building, what I'm becoming, who I'm becoming, and to focus on that. So when we're talking about your vision, if you don't define your vision, life will define it for you. If you don't define your vision, life will define it for you. What is your vision for this next season in life? So for the ladies out there who are single, hold on tight, ladies, hold on tight. For those of you that are married and want to see what the next step is in your marriage, hold on tight. For those of you who are unhappily married and you're trying to figure out what the next season looks like, make sure you get the right counseling and guidance, but hold on to what is right. All right. Align. Aligning is making sure your actions match up with your values. Okay. Your daily habits, your conversation, your commitments, your faith, your purpose, all fall into the alignment lane. Elevation happens when your life matches your values. That's when you start to elevate. Your life has to match your values. What needs to shift in your life reflects your values. That's a hard pill to swallow. What needs to shift in your life reflects your values. If things are not going the way that you think that they should be going, it is one of two things. Either God says no and you said yes, or God said left and you turned right. Because this is what you wanted to do. Your values weren't strong enough to withhold you from saying this is a one-way street and you can't go this way. Instead, you went around what you should have stopped at. Do your values align with where you're going, the vision that you have for yourself? What shift do you need to make in your life to get there? All right, next we're going to talk about taking action. Movement takes momentum. All you have to do is take the first step. You remember the whole snowball effect? All you got to do is make it first. And once you start it down the hill, it will get the momentum to become what it is supposed to be. It is bigger than where it started. One small step, one brave decision, one intentional change, one person that has your support, or that has the support to remind you just how amazing you are, how valuable you are. You don't need perfect, you just need progress. I don't know if you all remember earlier here, I was talking about we are not about perfection, but we are about progress. Here at Real Resilient Conversations, we are always about progress. How to become better than where you were when you started. What action will you take this week to get you one step closer to your dreams, your vision, your alignment, your assignment, your purpose? All right. So E, we're talking about elevating others. Elevating others, that is where growth multiplies when it's shared. If I never share the things that I have learned over the years, all of the different classes I've taken, different books I have read, different teachings I have sat under, would I understand what it means to elevate others? I am built up internally, spiritually, mentally when I build others up, right? And that's probably an extrovert type of thing, probably. But when you encourage someone else, or if you see the light bulb cut on as soon as you teach them something, and now it makes sense to them. This is where Real Resilient Conversations started. Share your story, share your experience, build your community, pull others up as you rise. Had I been in an abusive relationship? Absolutely. Had I been mistreated, misused, abused, neglected? Absolutely. Had I been mentally torn apart into shreds? Had I been confused? Had I been frustrated? Had I been? Yeah. So if I don't share what that looks like to someone else, they don't understand it. This has been my sole purpose with Real Resilient Conversations, is to elevate others, is to pull them up with me by giving them the tools, the talents, the skills in order for them to know how to fix the very thing that is trying to pull them down. Let me give you a different pathway. Let me give you the tools in order to be successful. So realistically, true elevation lifts more than just yourself. And my challenge to you this week is, who can you help to elevate this week? All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, so now we're going to talk about Affirm. Affirm is more so the empowerment and the truth. You speak truth over yourself. Alignment is not denial, and rewriting inner narrative. This is very, very tricky. Affirm is the intentional place. It is speaking the truth over yourself, even when circumstances around you speak otherwise. I have a sign on my mirror that says, "Shut up, you look good." So even when I don't feel like I look good, when I feel like I look a mess, when I question why anyone would ever want me, all of the negative things, I have other things that are put in place for me to remember. You're not meant to blend in when you were called to stand out. I have different things in place to remind me. I have to speak over myself, even when I don't feel it. The circumstances say that my bank account looks funny, but let me tell you, I'll be like, I am rich, honey, which is why I don't mind giving to others. Speak over yourself. Use wisdom. Use discernment. Speak over yourself in a manner that gets you to the place, the mindset of where you are to be. Affirmation is not denial, it's alignment. Affirming who you are and what you are and whose you are is alignment. It's choosing to anchor your identity. You choose, making a choice to choose to anchor your identity in truth, rather than trauma. How many of you all have realized that you have found someone that you can trauma bond with, but when someone challenges you to grow, you pull away? And as the pastor in the church say, if you can't say ooh, say ow. If you can't say ooh, say ow. Will, yes, I agree. He said no is saying yes to yourself. Absolutely. When you are choosing to affirm yourself, many people will internalize criticism before compliments. So if you tell them, oh, you look good today, they'd be like, I'm all right, I'm all right. They internalize the criticism versus the compliment. And my sister used to always get on me. She'd be like, girl, just say thank you. Right? We internalize the criticism. When they say, oh my God, your makeup is so beautiful. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're a beautiful spirit for sharing that compliment. Thank you. Right? You have to believe louder. We believe fear louder than we do our faith. So we have to believe the faith over the fear. The fear of failure, the fear of neglect, the fear of shame, the fear of insecurities, the fear of not enough, the fear of nobody wants me, the fear of nobody needs me, no fear of nobody sees me, nobody hears me. Whatever that fear is, the fear of I'll never get out of this rut, this fear that I will never have enough money, the fear that my children won't appreciate me, the fear that my children don't see me, don't hear me, don't love me. Whatever the fear is, let your faith be louder than that. You have to speak to yourself in a way that is affirming, meaning you wouldn't let someone else speak to you the way that you speak to yourself. If someone said anything other than wonderful, beautiful things to you, you would correct them. So why do we tell ourselves anything less than what we would allow someone else to speak to us? And part of the problem is that we allow other people to speak to us and tell us that we're something that we're not because we have not learned how to put up those boundaries. We have not learned how to affirm ourselves, to elevate ourselves, to take the action necessary for us to be more than just the little person, right? Affirmation starts with honesty. It starts with honesty, not avoidance. So when I say I'm tired, but I'm still capable, but I'm tired. I'm learning while I'm still healing. There's areas that I'm like, oh, I'm good until it hits. And then I'm like, ouch. I thought that was good. How many of y'all have had a shoulder injury? You went to physical therapy, you were good. And then all of a sudden you hit it and you twinge it just right. You like, ooh, maybe it's not quite healed, right? I'm learning what to do while I'm still healing. I'm learning what I can't do while I'm still healing. I'm learning who I can be around while I'm still healing, and vice versa. I'm learning who I can't be around while I'm still healing. I don't have all the answers, but I'm moving forward. So let me have a moment of transparency with you. I found out, at least the doctors say, that I had 12 eggs as of August. It is now January. You lose 1 to 2 eggs a month. I am at the very raw age of 42, almost 43 years old, going through early menopause. Nobody else in my family has started this early. All of the things that I was wondering about myself, the doubt became my downfall, became my default. The fear became familiar. The less than became my comfort zone. And then I finally had to say, I don't have the answers, but I'm moving forward. When I was saying I'm not enough, I'm saying I'm growing into who I'm meant to be. All of the different things to reaffirm my thinking, it takes work. It takes work. Instead of saying I always fail, I say I'm learning through experience. When I say it's too late, I say my timing is intentional. God's timing is intentional. I have no idea what childbirth or pregnancy would have done to and with my body, and maybe it's just going to happen in a different time frame. But what you repeat becomes your reality. When you are looking at affirmations, you have to speak with intention. So I am resilient even when I'm stretched. I trust myself even when I trust myself to make aligned decisions. I deserve peace. I deserve clarity. I deserve fulfillment. Declarations redefine. Redefine your inner voice. Declaring, name it, claim it, say it. You got to speak it, speak it, speak it before you can see it, see it, see it. Your declarations will recondition your inner voice. If only you would reaffirm yourself. If only you would affirm yourself through repetition, daily affirmations, mirror self-talks, journaling statements. Just in case you want to know, journals will, the new, I guess, version 2 versions of the journal will be out on the 24th of January. There is a live speaking engagement right here in San Antonio, Texas. So if you're in San Antonio, I would love to see you on the 24th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Anchored San Antonio Church on Paravital. Please get with me if you need the address. We would love to see you there. Tickets are starting at $5. So I would love to see you all there. And that's just to make sure that we can be a blessing to the house for allowing us to utilize the space. All right. With that being said, affirmations work through verbal reminders during stress. So whether you have someone else that is constantly reaffirming you, if you have something in your phone that clicks in to remind you, make sure that you are looking at what is affirming you. All right. I realized that I did not put y'all on the right slide, and I can't even tell if it's the right slide from here. It's okay. It's okay. And so make sure that consistency is what affirms your transformation. All right, so the last thing in the real is the love part. And love is an action and an application. WSAN said, close out 25 with a quick reset, as 2026 is the new start framework. It's simple and effective. Thank you all for reminding me that God's timing is everything. So I appreciate y'all complimenting and commenting to reaffirm me as well. So we were talking about love. This is to reframe 2026 as intentional alignment, self-respect, sustainable growth. It's really about not overgiving or self-abandonment. Okay, let me say that again. The focus is to not overgive and not to self-abandon. This is something I'm learning and I am growing through. Not going through, but growing through, is learning to not overcommit. I am one that will be everywhere and anywhere. As soon as someone says, Giggles or Miss Quita, I need you, and I jump to be the savior, so to speak. So a little bit of a savior complex. When realistically it is God trying to get their attention in order to grow them and shape them into the man or the woman they were created to be. This is just part of their valleys, and I'm trying to keep them out of the valley. So learning that about myself is learning to have intentional alignment, sustainable growth, and self-respect in 2026, while not over-delivering or over-giving, and not to abandon myself when I need the love. So what does love mean to you in 2026? Right? What would make love different in 2026 than it was in 2025 and the years before? So love is no longer about proving your worth. You don't have to prove your worth because you're already worthy. You don't have to overextend yourself. If what you're willing to is not enough for them, then they have to go and search for the rest somewhere else. Staying where you are tolerated, not celebrated. We are no longer doing that in 2026. I no longer want to be in relationships and friendships and business partnerships in community with someone that tolerates me. If you can't celebrate me where I am, Please move around. Move around. Move around. Because you have to treat yourself. You have to protect yourself. You have to love. Choose what supports your elevation. Love on yourself. And we have to do this because many people are taught that loves means you have to endure dysfunction. You have to prioritize others at your own expense. That you have to confuse loyalty with obligation. I'm not obligated to be with anyone, all because they say you have to be loyal to me. Me being loyal to you, if that means being disloyal to myself, is a no-go. We have to make sure that we are loving on ourselves and being able to walk in our truth. Love is not an emotional impulse. It's not impulsive. Love is a decision with boundaries. Hear what I say? Love is a decision with boundaries, meaning you don't have to just accept any and everything in order for you to feel like you're getting love. Nor do you have to give up everything. You have to overextend yourself. You have to overgive for yourself in order for you to feel love. If that's what it is, then it is not love. That is control. But in 2026, resiliency requires a different approach. We want to love must support your growth. It must respect your limits, your boundaries, and it must honor your values. What is it that you are holding on to value that's valuable to you and for you? If it costs you your peace, your clarity, your self-respect, it's not love. People can't say that they love you, but they disrespect your boundaries. People can't say that they love you, but they cringe or they try to hinder your growth. They don't honor your values. They can't say that it's love. It's control. It's an attachment. I know that some of you are wondering when I say attachment, please go back and watch the show. We were talking about different attachment types because it's good. The core pillars of real love starts with, did I go to them? I think I did. I can't see it on here. Okay. Love starts with self-trust. Do you trust yourself with something if it feels off? Do you honor your intentions? In 2026, we're no longer ignoring red flags just to say that we have somebody or to stay comfortable. We're not doing that in 2026. It's too many people that are waiting for real love, and there's too many people that are willing to give real love. And we're not just ignoring red flags for the sake of saying that we have somebody. We're not doing it. Love requires boundaries, and because boundaries are about wisdom, they're not walls, they are standards. So I'm not going to explain my worth. I'm not going to negotiate my values. I'm not going to abandon myself in order to keep access to you or so you can have access to me. Boundaries protect what matters the most. So 2026, in 2026, love that does not feel safe is confusing. If love doesn't feel steady, it's draining. If love doesn't feel, if it doesn't align with peace, then it's anxiety. Chaos is not passion. Once again, chaos is not passion. Consistency is where love really matters. Consistency is what love looked like matured. Love is an intentional action. It is an action verb. You make a decision every day. You make a choice every day. How you choose to show up, what you tolerate, what you choose to walk away from. All of these things are worth it, right? It is showcasing that choosing Love looks like choosing rest without guilt. It's choosing growth without apology. It's choosing alignment over approval. That's what love looks like, alignment over approval. I am well over my time, but I had so much information to give y'all. I knew it was going to be like that the first one of the year. I knew it was going to be like that. So this year, I really want you all to choose peace. I want you to honor growth, and I want you to choose a love that chooses you. Choose friends that choose you. Choose energies that choose you. Anything else, anything opposite of that is not love. It's chaos. So love in action does not ask me to shrink. Love in action doesn't require me to suffer to be chosen. Love in action does not demand silence to maintain a connection. I should be able to share any and everything with you, and I shouldn't have to silence my truth in order for me to still be connected. I shouldn't have to shrink in order for you to still be connected to me. I should not have to suffer in order to still be chosen. Real love meets me in truth. Real love honors my growth. Real love respects my boundaries, supports me in every area of my life. The good, bad, the ugly. And the support doesn't mean they always agree. The support means, hey, Quita, you need to straighten up and fly right. And in 2026, I choose love that chooses me. I challenge you to do the same. So I am well over my time. Well over my time. Well over my time. So today we talked about reaching, we talked about elevating, affirming, and we talked about love. I pray that I have said something that has sparked your resilient baby within you, has jump-started you into a more resilient 2026 by starting off today. If you didn't start before today, I challenge you to make the decision today for you. You can't pour into someone else until you first have been poured into, until you have filled your own cup. This year is about us all while learning how to learning how to love others respectfully in their respective ways, in their respective positions, but not over ourselves. So I pray that you have caught this, if not for you, but for generations to come. Share it, if not for you, but someone else. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope you don't miss out. The next show will be on the 26th, I believe. Yes, 26th of January, and it'll be part 2 of the Real 2021. I don't know how many parts we're going to have, but right now I do have a part 2 ready for the Real 2020. I said 2021. Goodness, it's 2026. Goodness gracious, I went back some years. 2026, we did part 1. Okay, we did part 1 today. But I love y'all. I pray that you understand that it is a sin to be good when God has called you to be great. Until then, love, peace, joy, and happiness, I pray unto you. Be safe, be loved. See you soon. Bye-bye, y'all.
In a world that's always evolving, where challenges come at the speed of change, resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation for growth and success. Welcome to Real Resilient Conversations.
Every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you transformative discussions designed to build strength through dialogue. Whether you're a leader aiming to inspire, a team striving to collaborate, or an individual professional seeking growth, Real Resilient Conversations is your guide to thriving in today's dynamic environment.
Our mission is clear: foster emotional resilience, cultivate transparent communication, and empower businesses to adapt with confidence. Through our resilient leadership coaching, we don't just talk about resilience, we live it, lead it, and help you achieve it. When resilience becomes part of your culture, every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every team member a leader in their own right.
Real Resilient Conversations isn't just a show, it's a movement, a mindset, and a community dedicated to helping you and your organization thrive. Tune in every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and see the difference resilience makes. Be part of the movement and join the conversation live. Watch us on Twitch, Real Resilient Convos. Follow us on Facebook, Real Resilient Conversations with Quita. Get inspired on Instagram at Real Resilient Conversations. Catch our videos on YouTube at Real